What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Here we are back again with another graphics comparison of Dungeon Defenders 2, and Dungeon Defenders Awakened. So, once again, as always, I'm not asking anyone which their favorite game is. We all have an opinion on what our favorite Dungeon Defenders game is, and there is nothing wrong with that. However, what we are looking at is just straight up the graphics and the visuals on the map. Now for this one, we are obviously taking a look at the Ramparts in Dungeon Defenders. So let's take a run through the map and take a peek at it. With all of the games here, I will have all of the graphics settings cranked all the way up so that it is an even comparison of what the game can look like, and looking around at the Dungeon Defenders 1 version of the Ramparts. Now, peeking around, it's got a nice backdrop to it, but it's not overly impressive in the OG in Dungeon Defenders. Now, the water does look nice down there, little boat and everything. However, it actually does have a nice hand-drawn looking feel to it, to be honest with you. But it's not overly amazing as far as a backdrop compared to the other maps. The sky does look nice. It actually looks damn near realistic, especially here in the state of Washington. That is a normal looking sky for us here. But taking a peek around through the rest of the map, of course we've got the big roof area here with all of the flyer lanes that come rolling over. Taking a peek through and into that lower lane. Now, with this particular map, this is one that is just super similar in all of the Dungeon Defenders games, in the whole theme of the map itself. Now, obviously, they all look a little bit different, but the theme is very similar. Taking a peek, we got our death pits, but of course, I have fallen in those many times, there is no doubt. And we got another one over here, which has led to my death more than once as well. So that is a peek at the Dungeon Defenders 1 variant of the Ramparts. Let's head right over to Dungeon Defenders 2. And here we are in the Dungeon Defenders 2 variant of the Ramparts, which is the Crumbled Bulwark. Now, although the map does have the same basic theme as it did in DD1, this map is completely different as far as the art style goes. Now, first thing right out of the gates, looking at the backdrop and everything out in the distance, it just looks really good. The tall spires and everything looks absolutely incredible. Definitely looks super nice, no doubt. Taking a peek down and looking at what's going on over the edges, we just have a foggy area. So there was no effort as far as like the water or anything like that from the original game put in. However, the fog area does blend in nicely, and it fits the theme of the map, really. Now, of course, we don't have the large structure with the roof here in the middle. We've got the Altar of the Athame incursion event that we get to do right here in this space. And the other entrances are the same. Now, of course, on this version of the map, we also have this large area behind, which has the other incursion event items in here. The, our little flask, our bells, and whatnot. They're not here on the Expeditioner version, of course. But really, overall, I think this map looks really good. They did a great job. We lucked out, and we were missing one of our death pits over here. But we do have the death pit right here. And we do have a death pit along the edge, of course, on both sides, and I'm pretty sure I have fallen into every possible little spot you could fall off the map on this one, that's no doubt, and that's the reason they're there, though. They're there to add that little bit of excitement of living on the edge. There's no doubt about it. Now, once again, I just love this map. I think they did a great job with it. The statues and everything look incredible for the incursion version. But this is the Dungeon Defenders 2 variant of the Crumbled Bulwark, aka the Ramparts. And here we are in Dungeon Defenders Awakened into the Ramparts here. Now we go back to more of the layout that we recognize from the original Dungeon Defenders with the building structure and the roof, and in addition to that, the death pits. We actually got this side as well. Very, very sketchy, no doubt about it. However, this map, it has that feel from the original game, but there is just a real nice bit of fine-tune in details. Now, taking a look first at the backdrop, we are all clouds and then mountainous. I think as far as what is going off in the distance, this game probably, I think it really beats the other two. Having the structures down there are very, very nice. We've got the mountains and the clouds. Now, of course, we don't have that water. We have that dense fog. But here you see the mountain regions coming up and then the extensions of the building. I think they did a really, really nice job with that. Now, taking a look just at the basic textures of the map, some of these textures or blocks for these bricks definitely has a bit of a cartoony feel to it. Certainly very, very different artistic approach there in Dungeon Defenders Awakened, no doubt. However, it's got those wonderful bits of Unreal 4 with all of the glow and the proper lighting. That aspect of it just looks absolutely awesome. Now, this one they did a pretty good job with as well. We got the flags flying. Everything looks really kind of nice. Other than the large bricks that make up the map, in my mind, it definitely has a little bit of a plastic feel to it. Like those look like plastic bricks to me. They do not look like rock, as they do in DD1 and in DD2. So I do think that the kind of the cartoony artistic approach that was brought into Dungeon Defenders Awakened does reflect on this map, and although it really does look good overall, I think that just gives the entire map a real plastic feel to it. Now, obviously, that's just my opinion. That could be a little bit harsh. I think as far as the buildings and the theme of the map, my personal favorite for this one is the Dungeon Defenders 2 variety. However, as far as the background goes and what's off in the distance, I think DDA definitely got it right on this one. So let me know what you all think about the Ramparts down in the comments below. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm not asking you what your favorite game is. I'm asking you which map you think looks the best and is the most visually appealing. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe. You know I'll have more Dungeon Defenders and Tower Defense goodness headed this way. There is no doubt about it. So thanks again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.